Hey, we're Portugal the Man, and we are taking over this week's
dressing room.
I'm sorry, what's the name? Rocket Out Blog. Rocket Out Blog.
Rocket Out Blog.
Like I said before, we're fucking Portugal the Man, and we're gonna take over this week's Rocket Out Blog on Consequence of Sound. This is Kane Richotte. He's new to our fairly new to our band. He's been with us a year.
Hello, how are you?
There's probably a few things you want to know about us that you might not have known. So
and and I'm happy to have the opportunity because there's lots. I don't really get the guys don't like to talk to me. So this is a good opportunity for me to finally find out some things from you guys.
I'll fucking actually listen to you for how long is this gonna be?
Yeah. What's your favorite Portugal the Man song? Period. One song. Don't do the 3 or 5. One. What is the one favorite? And you have 5 seconds to answer.
Holy Roller.
Holy Roller. Kyle, that's off the new record.
New record.
You guys don't know about that shit yet, but your kids will love it.
How about Atomic Man?
Okay. Oh, new record as well.
Yeah.
It's all about the new. Kane Richotte.
I'd say it is Hip Hop Kids. Those are 3 songs off the new record. What's your favorite keyboard?
Oh, the Mellotron, the digital Mellotron.
Tell the people what the Mellotron is.
I forget the camera. A Mellotron is a beautiful, beautiful piece of machine. It normally just has 3 sounds, and it's got tape decks built into it. It weighs way the fuck too much to actually carry it anywhere.
They're always fucked up. That's what gives it the character.
That's what gives it the character. They're tape samples. They're 8 seconds long. It's usually like cello, which is the guy that recorded on Eleanor Rigby. There's usually an organ, and then there's a famous flute one, obviously from Strawberry Fields Forever. The beautiful thing about the digital one is it weighs 33 pounds, and it has 100 samples from every single model. It's pretty much the most glorious thing I've ever played.
Hey, Zach, why don't you tell us a story? It has to be a drunk story.
All right.
And has to be within the early years, like the rice cooker years.
On the first tour that we met Scott, our wonderful tour manager. We were on tour with Circus Survive. We played this really weird show. We had driven all night. We were delirious. We were super tired, so we all got real fucked up before the show because that was fun at the time because it didn't matter.
Not much has changed.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. I believe we all ripped our sleeves off our shirts. I had Wes's sleeve tied around my neck like a little scarf or something like that. And basically, one of the guys in Circa, or their crew, threw a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There were a few peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at us on stage. John asked everybody if they were having a good night, because obviously everybody hated us because we were playing like shit because we were drunk. He asked if anybody hated us, and these 2 kids yelled, cheered in the balcony. So he was sitting on his knees, and in a room of about as big as this, maybe a little bit bigger, and he took a sandwich and from his knees hucked it and hit one of the kids straight in the chest. Find out later, they didn't hear what John said, and they actually were pretty much only 2 fans there. So we bought him drinks for the rest of the night and spent the last of our money buying the drinks. Then we went to a golf course, drove all around it, got busted by the cops. I lost my wallet. People's parents got pissed off at me, slept in the van. It was a weird.
Didn't you guys once shit on the Chiodos van?
No, that was Fear Before the March of Flames van.
What was that? What happened?
We were going back and forth with pranks, and our old keyboard player, or our old drummer at the time actually, Nick Simon, went a little too far. They had pissed in our van while we were in it.
Far.
And that was funny. So he decided to write our band name in shit.
Human shit.
His shit. Nick Simon shit. All the way down the side of their van. And then he dumped a box of laundry detergent all over the car so that they couldn't take it through a car wash because it just suds up and ruin everything. So they just had to wash it off with a squeegee at a gas station.
Pretty good stuff.
Fucking gross.
That's some pretty good stuff.
What's been your guys' favorite record to record?
Ever? That I've ever done? Or just in Portugal? That I've ever done?
Well, I'm trying to segue into fucking Evil Friends.
Probably Devo 2.0.
I had more fun recording Evil Friends than I've had recording.
It's really fun.
Any other. It was an amazing recording process.
Yeah, we got to work with Danger Mouse, which was fucking crazy. He is such an interesting guy to work with. My favorite parts of it are just the fact he has a very unique perspective on where we come from as a band, because he's an artist. He's been, he's been exactly where we are in a career, so he knows what it's like to be in a band. He knows how that band dynamic works, and he understands that you gotta, you're gonna be touring off this stuff for 10 years. It's not like normal producers don't have to think about a lot of that stuff. Don't have to worry about image or playing the song for 10 years. They're like, oh, maybe it'll be good on radio, maybe it'll get licensing, but it was a really cool thing. He's just a great guy in general, very down to earth, incredibly cool, and a dear friend of ours now.
Yeah. This is most definitely the most pressure, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because it makes you fucking try that much harder. And like Brian pushed us, being just like, you guys can do fucking better than that. And we just tries the next day. He's like, nice try, delete.
Yeah.
We're just like, fuck.
Brian's really cool.
I'm really happy because of that. And it doesn't do anybody's service to just
Brian
let you
has,
get away with shit.
Brian, there's like a stillness to Brian that's like really, he's not the kind of producer that makes you feel uncomfortable or stressed out or like you're working ever. It's always like, and we never worked in really sterile studios. It was always either, the studios we worked at were really cozy and
vibey.
Yeah, and we had enough time where it was like a relaxed situation. Everybody got to try their ideas. It never felt like to me like we were recording a record. It felt like we were
just hanging out, making some stuff.
Yeah.
We went through lots of on all the songs. We went through lots of different versions of songs as we'd go, and like the last week we kind of started redoing all the drums and stuff like that. And I remember always recording a song and being at the end and being like, cool, like we should do that again, and I'll tighten it up and like get the parts right. And he's like, oh no, that was rad. Yeah. And those are the takes that are on the record.
Yeah. It's definitely not perfect. But neither are humans, and so it's got that human error in it that
it's good.
Is really good, which is what makes rock and roll, which is why I love it.
I feel like certain fans who followed the band for a really long time are kind of thrown through the loop by us releasing Evil Friends first.
Yeah.
And they hear that song, and I think they just, of course they do, but they just envision the whole record sounding like that song. And that song definitely shows the kind of the palette of the album.
It sets the vibe.
It sets the vibe.
Yeah.
It sets the tone.
Yeah.
But the rest of the album doesn't sound anything like that song.
No, not at all.
None of it actually. That song sticks out to me on the fucking record.
For sure. Yeah.
I love that song. It sticks out.
Coachella. That was fucking fun.
Yeah.
Festival's
cool.
so nice, we played it twice. We had a good time at Coachella this year.
Danny DeVito tickled me.
Danny DeVito. So Danny DeVito, I didn't see him, but a mutual friend who had brought him said that he was watching us. And when I found out, I was like, no way. I didn't see him. Did you see him? Apparently he was wearing a cop uniform. Kyle,
I didn't see him.
He tickled you, right?
He tickled
kind
me.
of groped you a little bit.
A little bit. It was just long enough. It was a little bit weird. It was like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He is a lot. He's like half a foot shorter than me.
How can that be?
It was,
Is he how tall would you say he is?
he's like 5 feet. Even.
No.
And we looked it up. John was walking with Francis, and one of Danny DeVito's, he was with a couple people on his arms, and somebody's like, oh, that baby's so cute. And then he goes, thought they were talking about you. It was just tickling for it was just long enough where I was like, is this still happening? This is fucking crazy. So here's the thing with Coachella. It's funny because there's a lot of famous people there backstage because it's close to LA. And it's just fucking weird.
I walked in to grab a beer and you're hanging out with Courtney Love in our trailer. What the hell was that about? That was crazy.
I saw her. She was looking like she didn't know anybody, and I was like, "You need a drink?"
Yeah, and she was like, "No, I'm sober." Friends. And you're like, "Have a drink." She's like, "Okay, Kyle, please." No.
PortugalMan.com. Check that shit out, and
just Google it. We're on a bunch of websites. Just Google
it.
Portugal the Man.
Gazoogle it.
Gazoogle it.
Portugal the
Man. If you don't know about
in
Gazoogle,
the mountain, in the cloud.
Gazoogle.
Wait, Gazoogle.com. With an I.
No,
G-I.
Is it G-I?
I think it's G.
Google search Gazoogle. It'll correct the spelling, and then go to that site. That shit's crazy. Let's get out of here.
Cool.
See you guys. Thank you.
See you guys.